What's up YouTube? It's your boy Yannick and I want to welcome you back to the Sense and Style channel, the channel where we pair sense and style. Also on this channel, we do cologne reviews and talk about various men's lifestyle subjects such as self-care, dating, and fashion. Now, if you're new to the channel, I want to ask you to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so that way you know when the next video drops. Without further ado, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. All right, guys, so today's video, I'm very excited to do it. It was also very tough for me to do because we're doing my 5 most complimented spring and summer fragrances. Now, these fragrances, they weren't necessarily made in 2020. They just made my 2020 list. And they made the list for one of 2 reasons. The first reason is the compliment factor. All right, now, some of us, we don't wear colognes for compliments. All right, we wear them because of how they make us feel. But to have a compliment in there, it feels really nice. It boosts our confidence level and our mood that day. The second reason that they made my list is because of how they make me feel. All right, when I spritz these colognes on, I feel better. They just uplift the mood a little bit more. So when I take a shower and I spritz these on, it's like aromatherapy. You know when we go take massages and there's a scent of eucalyptus and lavender everywhere? There's a reason for that. These colognes make me feel pretty good. All right, let's get into the list. All right, now we're gonna backtrack this list. We're gonna go from 5 through 1. So stick around till the end if you wanna see what number 1 is. The first fragrance on the list, coming in at number 5 spot, is Versace Man Eau Fraiche. Now, this cologne right here has stood the test of time. Being made in 2006, people still rave about this one, and for good reason too. This scent is cedar, sage, pepper, starfruit, amber, musk, and saffron. Now, every time I smell this fragrance, it reminds me of a fresh splash of water to your face, all right, in the air conditioning after coming in out of the hot temperature. That's what this reminds me of. It's fresh, it's sweet, it's seductive, it's sophisticated. The only downside on this thing really is its performance. On my skin, I get about 4 to 5 hours of projection and sillage, which is really no big problem because if I carry a decant on me and I feel it starting to go away, I just spray on a little bit more or I try something different that day. Now, another reason why this made number 5 on my list is because one time I remember going to the gym after getting done, took a shower, I spritzed this on, and I was like, if you guys are ever familiar with LA Fitness, you know how the lockers are sectioned off, right? There's like a changing area, set of lockers, and then another changing area and a set of lockers. So I was in the second locker section and I sprayed this on. After about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, I heard this one guy from a group of guys and he was like, yo, you smell that Versace? And from then on, I knew that everyone knew this fragrance, all right? Everyone liked this fragrance and it's a really popular, mass appealing type of fragrance, all right? So that's why this one made number 5 on the list. Number 4 on the list comes from the house of Paco Rabane, and this is Invictus Aqua 2018. I just love this scent, guys. This one is fresh, it's fun, it's sweet, it's playful, it's youthful. That's what this one is. If I had to explain the scent in 2 words, it would be charmingly youthful. So this scent is grapefruit, violet, rosewood. There's aqua notes in here, ambergris, and amberwood. It performs pretty well. I get 6 to 7 hours on the skin, and after that, it's a nice, subtle skin scent. And this thing right here, it pulls compliments, guys. This thing pulls compliments. So whenever I spray this on, it takes me back to a time when I was getting ready for my team's banquet. This was the last thing I sprayed on, all right? Whenever I'm getting ready, the last thing I do is spray on the cologne, all right? Any cologne. So I sprayed it on and I was walking down the steps and the girl that worked the nursery, she stopped me and she was like, oh, you smell so good, what is that you're wearing? And I had to tell her. And then 30 seconds later, I passed by a group of parents and they complimented me as well, but I didn't get the compliment directly. I passed them and I was all the way down the hall, all right? I'd say a good 10, 15 feet. And then I heard the compliment come. They were like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. I knew it was me. There's a lot of hype on the 2016 version, all right? But you're gonna have to pay a penny and then some to get that one because it's discontinued. If you have this, you're gonna be just fine. You don't need to go searching out that 2016 version. Now, coming in at number 4 spot, we got Paco Rabane Invictus Aqua 2018. All right, making our way through this list. The one making the number 3 spot is Chanel Allure Homme ou Extream. Now this scent right here is musky, it's fresh, and it's aromatic. It has mandarin, cypress, almond, vanilla, and tonka bean. This scent is sensual and sophisticated, guys. And the ladies love this thing. When I tell you they love this thing, they love this thing. Now, when I smell it, it's okay. But on the skin and in the air, there's just something about this when other people smell it. I prefer this thing over Bleu de Chanel, all right? And that's because it's super mass appealing and has way more personality than Bleu de Chanel. Also, it performs, projects, and lasts a little bit longer than Bleu de Chanel. It's a great all-around fragrance. You can wear this thing in the winter time. It's strong enough to match up against the cold, and you can wear this thing in the hot of the summer. At one point, this was my signature scent. So I don't know if y'all can tell by the accent, all right, that I'm not from the US, all right? So one day I was in the immigration lawyer's office and I wore this to go drop off some documents. And the secretary came in from the other room to pick up the person that had the appointment before me. All right, so then she walked out and I was on the other side of the waiting room. All right, so she walked out, she called that person and she was like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. And I raised my hand right away because I like those compliments. Now I did go with 6 or 7 sprays of this that day. All right, I go heavy on my fragrances, I don't give a damn. Now, if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all right, and hit the bell. It really helps out the channel, all right, and helps us get out there, and it helps us grow. All right, so coming in at number 2 spot is Issei Laurent Eau de Parfum. Now, this thing has sage, ginger, apple. It has vetiver, tonka, amber, geranium, and juniper berries. Now, some of y'all watching this here for the first time, y'all probably don't even care about what that is. What y'all care about is if this thing smells good, and it does smell good. That's why it's on the list. That's why it's number 2 on the list. Every time I wear this thing around a group of people or a gathering of people, I'm sure to get a compliment. Sure to get a compliment with this. This thing lingers in the air, all right? You know, there are like some colognes they leave with you when you leave a room, all right? You walk into a room, this stays in the air for a little bit. Whenever I'm wearing this, people know that I'm in the room. It's sweet, it's vibrant, and it gets attention. And it's really mass appealing. Issei Laurent really did a good job with this one. Now, this thing is a blue fragrance, but it's not like any other blue fragrance that you smell on the market like Bleu de Chanel or Aqua di Gio. All right, this is a different type of blue fragrance, and I think it's because of the sage. Hardly any fragrances out there uses the note of sage, and that's what sets this apart from the rest. So I remember when this first thing came out and I got my nose on it, I was in Sephora and I smelt it, and I was like, immediately, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to have this thing. So I came back the week after and I dropped full retail on this, all right? And I don't buy anything full retail, all right? I think that when colognes come out, you give it a little bit of time, you can get it for under what Sephora or Macy's sell it for on the gray market. And that's what I generally wait for. But this thing right here, I paid full retail for it because I had to have it. It was so good. So coming out number 2 spot is Issei Laurent Eau de Parfum. Now, coming in at the number 1 spot is Parfums Vintage Pineapple Intense. Now, some of y'all watching me, y'all are like, how come Creed Aventus didn't make that list? All right, well, this and that is basically the same thing, but I prefer this over Creed Aventus. Now, if y'all want to see me do a video on why I prefer this over Creed Aventus, hit me in the comments, let me know. Now, to me, this is one of the better or the best Creed Aventus clone out there. This right here, guys, it's a luxurious scent. All right, if you walk into the room, all right, not too many guys are gonna be smelling like this right here, because if they know Creed Aventus, they know the price of Creed Aventus. All right, and they probably don't know this here unless you're in the fragrance community. All right, and you know that you can pick this up for like a quarter of the price of Creed Aventus. This is pineapple, it's bergamot, it's apple, it's patchouli, it's amber, it's vanilla, it's musk, it's ambergris, birch, rosewood, and jasmine. And this thing, guys, this thing is beautiful. Now, I live in South Jersey and I've yet to find someone around me that smells like this. And this thing pulls compliments whenever I'm around people. All right, because it doesn't smell like your average blue fragrance cologne, what everybody stick to because it's safe. All right, this thing stands out above all of those fragrances. So this brings me back to the time where my wife and I, we went out to the sushi bar to get some sushi, and we always sit at the bar, all right, because there's a TV and it's a more fun atmosphere whenever we go get our sushi, right? So we passed by this group of 4 older ladies, all right, they were like in their 50s, all right, late 40s, early 50s, and they stopped me to ask me what I was wearing. All right, I told them that I was wearing this right here, and they were like, oh my gosh, we need to write that down and get it. This is a smoky, sweet, fresh scent that stands out above all. I know I said that before, but it is what it is, guys. If Rich had a smell other than the scent of money, all right, this would be next. All right, when you spritz this on, you just smell like you're rich, even if you're not. And honestly, guys, I'd choose this thing over Creed Aventus any day, any day. And like I said, if you want to know why, leave me a comment, say why, and I'll probably do a video one day on why I choose this over Creed Aventus. Now, that's it for my list of the 5 most complimented spring and summer fragrances in my collection. Now, if you liked, enjoyed, or found this video informative, all right, please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so that way you know when the next video drops. As always, I'm Yannick. Thanks for visiting the Sense and Style channel. Stay safe and peace, guys.